Hey guys, so if you're tuning in, you may have already seen my video about how I checked into the Days Inn Hotel here in Buena Park. There's multiple ones, so I'll definitely try to put in the link exactly which one it is. And I wanted to do one video where I was just giving you a tour of my room, and then I'll give you an idea of what my day has been like, because it's been kind of crazy today, and technically yesterday. Just to put everybody on the same wavelength, I haven't been able to work because of my health. My health has been very weird recently, and I've been selling stuff just so that I have cash to do stuff with. So the last thing I wanted to do was waste money on having to stay in a hotel for a night, let alone however long it's going to take. So more of that story is I don't know what's happening in my house right now, but like I know my stepmother has been downstairs like coughing up a storm. So I don't know if I caught a cold or was sick or something, but like there were for probably a week or so, I've had it just feels like a swollen throat. Um, and then I thought I had a cold one day because I felt like more like inflammation in the nasal passages. It didn't feel like there was anything actually in there, just like that it was like narrowed space. So I started taking my famotidine again because I normally just do Dupixent, cyclosporin, and now I'm back on the famotidine, and that seemed to not fix everything, but it made it not seem like I had a cold. It just felt like there was definitely something going on in my throat. And what's really weird is like I know I'm overweight, but like I've been noticing this skin situation a lot more recently. So I don't know if something's happening there because also during that time I was also feeling a lot of tightness and soreness in this area. So just like a lot of weird stuff has been happening. So my dad came to me, I want to say like a couple days ago, and said, "Hey, we need to spray the downstairs for pests or what for cockroaches or whatever." And I said, he was just like, "I know it bothers you, so like when would be a good time for us to do that?" And I said, I you know I wasn't feeling well that day, so I was just like, it's your house. Whenever you need to do it, just let me know. And then I came back to him and I said, actually, I'm supposed to work this job in about 2 weeks, and I'll get paid the week after that. So like maybe the first week of September, because then I could have actually afford to go stay somewhere for a length of time while, the smell goes away, because there's something weird about whatever it is that they have for spraying. They said it's called Alpine IGR was the one that they did yesterday. It smelled just like the one that was done the last time, and it has like an essential oil smell to it. And I love essential oils, and I've actually used them to spray. There was a Scott's Miracle Grow essential oil spray that you could use that I used on my friend's apartment when I was watching her place years ago. But like again, with my body now, like who knows what's going on? And when I was doing some research online today, I found out that because my body is exhibiting allergic reaction symptoms and they don't know what's causing it, literally anything could set it off, and it could be any of the allergy symptoms. And because I'm taking the cyclosporin, no hives, but like I could have other things like the strangling situation, like who knows. So that all makes sense. So my dad came up to me like either yesterday or the day before. It's like the very next day and was just like, they're gonna be here tomorrow between 1 and 3. And I was just like, okay. So yesterday, as soon as the people arrived, I took all my stuff. I walked to my car that was in a completely different part of town because there's a zoning situation for the street sweeping, and I got my car, and then I just pretty much spent most of my day at Starbucks. I didn't even buy anything until I coughed, and then I was just like, let me buy a bottle of water. So I bought a bottle of water from them because I felt bad that I was there charging my phone and using my computer just to do stuff while I was waiting for midnight to roll over and just to see if hopefully it wasn't as bad as the last time. So, I went and got my free barista drink from Snooze AM over in Orange, which is a place that I absolutely love. But they gave me a free drink because it was our anniversary. Um, Anniversary of what I'm not 100%. I'd have to read the thing if it's still there. But I originally wanted a super greens drink, and they were out of them. So they just were like, "What else would you want to try?" And the only other thing that I really wanted to try, that I've been wanting to try for a while, but not necessarily from them, was a cortado. And I didn't like it. It wasn't good. So I'm good. but I got to try it. And then what did I end up eating yesterday? I ended up eating Urban Plates. I got the kids meal because it's about $10 or $11, so inexpensive enough for me, and because I'm trying to be healthy. And so I had the sesame broccoli and the chicken, and then it came with artisan bread and then apple juice. And then I had a Chipotle. No, I don't think I had Chipotle yesterday. What was my other like healthy thing that I ate that day? I think I might have eaten breakfast at home. And I just started watching one of the Pokemon series on Netflix as well, and I didn't even get to finish it, like even the first episode, and they're like 22 minutes long, before I had to leave. So, yeah, I don't remember what else I ate yesterday. Maybe I just ate twice. I've only been eating twice recently because like I've been getting so bloated, and like it's like dead stop, like nothing's moving. And I've also been drinking a lot of ginger tea because I'm trying to get stuff to move out as well. Because at times it can be painful, and definitely uncomfortable a lot of the time. So I was at Starbucks until about, I think they kicked us out at 9, and I was like, "Oh, that's perfect," because my phone was fully charged, and Sprouts was open until 10, and I needed to go get some ginger tea, and I had to research another traditional medicinals tea, um, that I was curious about, but I didn't get because again, I need to hold on to as much money as possible. Um, but yes, if you ever, I really do enjoy the traditional medicinals teas, and recommend them, and they must do something, because you know if I was bloated and uncomfortable, I probably wouldn't be able to sleep at night. So the fact that, I was drinking a ginger tea and it allowed me to go to sleep and stuff, not necessarily last night, but on a regular basis. Yeah, because last night was a different story. So I finished at Sprouts, and then I think my friend Ashby that I was talking to on the phone had to go to bed, and I feel like I had to go to the bathroom and everything was pretty much closed because it was probably like 11 then. And I was just like, okay, well, it's only an hour, so let me go home and go to the bathroom or whatever. As soon as I walked through the door, my neck hardened and I felt like a ping ping, like an electric shock in my chest. And I just made sure that I made my way because I could feel it I could smell it really strong coming into the house. And then I could even smell it like upstairs, and it was only supposed to be done downstairs. And so I was like, oh my God. And I had already put all my fans and air, I had two fans going on, an air purifier, and then a fan in my bathroom, all going the whole day, and it still smelled atrocious. And so I put my humidifier on, and I tried to get relaxed, and I tried to go to sleep, and my phone didn't register that I slept at all. Um, but I felt like 2 hours passed before I woke up. My lips were tingling, and so I was just like, we need to go to the ER. So I just got whatever I thought I needed. I should have got more, knowing that I'd probably have to do something like I'm doing right now, because I don't have anything. I just took whatever, I had at the time, and I went to the ER at UCI, um, and luckily it wasn't super busy, and they got to me pretty quickly. Let me move. I'm gonna move us because my this needs to be charged. I mean, I haven't been anywhere all day that could charge anything. So, and then that light's not good. Oh, there's one right there too. Maybe I'll just do it right here. I wanted to just finish the story. So, yeah, I think they released me. Oh, it's not even plugged in, Davey, you idiot. Um, they were very kind today. They released me, I want to say closer to 6:30. They gave me a Benadryl while I was there. I want to say it's been 2, 3 years since I've had, the urticaria and the hives, the idiopathic urticaria. Just today was the first day that I ever got the prescription for an EpiPen. So they gave me a prescription for an EpiPen and the Benadryl. They also gave me some N95 masks, but I'm not sure how to put them on. I even looked online and I was just like, I can't imagine. There's probably gonna be a video about that. Let's just be honest, because I was like, I don't know how that's gonna work out, but that was very kind as well, because obviously I don't have any with me, and I just ordered some from Amazon, but I ordered KN95 ones. The N95 ones, I think he was saying that they would block out odors and stuff like that, but the KN95 is what we usually get for the COVID situation. So I had to email everybody in my house today to be like, please do not bring this package in. I will come get it tomorrow. Um, so I then was waiting for the pharmacy to have it ready for me. So I just went home and rolled down the windows a bit of my car, and I slept in my car for apparently a couple of, let's be honest. My watch will tell us, and I think I have to be quick with the story because I feel like I have to go to the bathroom. Poor Davy. Poor Davy, what you gonna do? 2 hours and 24 minutes is all I slept today. Because of course for the first time, I heard them say something about they were doing a shoot across the street in the house that we've rented from a couple of times as an Airbnb. So there were guys talking and unloading and moving their cars and stuff and asking each other, what the rules were about parking there. And I was just like, if you read the manual, it literally says don't park on the street. You have to park in the driveway. But like, I don't know what kind of arrangement that they were having filming and stuff. So, and then they had like a food truck that showed up and was serving them, foods and stuff. So I was just like, oh my God, I can't with this. So once I felt like I was like awake and I couldn't do anything else, I started to hydrate and try to figure out where I was gonna go to the bathroom. And then I think I got a phone call from CVS that said, your order's ready. So I went there to the drive-through at the 24-hour one. And when I got there, the guy was just like, we have to add you to the system. And I was just like, oh, they were like, do you have your insurance card? And I said, yeah. And I said, is it not in there? Like, this is not my first time being here. He's like, yeah, I mean, I think they created a new profile for you, which scared the garbage out of me. Because I'm pretty sure I already have a specialty profile with them and just like a regular profile, but it's normally all, I feel like, all under the same one. Because even when I looked in the app, it didn't say anything about this new prescription, which is crazy to me, but like, again, whatever. And so he was like, can you just like drive off and then drive back? Give us about 10 minutes. I was like, okay, do you need me to go park for 10 minutes and then come back? He's like, no, by the time you drive around again and get back in line, it should be ready. So I did that, and I had them have a pharmacist come out and talk to me because I've never used an EpiPen before. I've definitely used Benadryl before, but I needed some information on it because that stuff makes me very nervous, and it sounds very scary to me. So I hope I never have to use it. But I went and parked. Oh, sorry, I went to the bathroom before I went to CVS. I went to the bathroom. I told you this was a story. I went to the bathroom at the park, the closest to us, and I knew it was kind of sketch going into it, but it was just weird, just really weird. The cast of characters there, you got people that probably are living out of their car and stuff like that. It was just like a thing, and like older, and it was just, yeah. And even going into the restroom, like I almost ran into the person that was leaving the restroom at the same time as I was going in, and I guess it was just because they weren't really paying attention, because I feel like even coming outside to the public, like they were still buttoning up their pants, and I was just like, there's no reason why you can't do that in the bathroom and then come out fully dressed, but whatever. So it's just very weird. But I did that and then did the CVS. But I parked in the parking lot at CVS to try to kill some more time too, because at noon was when I was gonna, or right before noon was when I was gonna take my first cyclosporin for the day. And then I was going to find some place to eat and contact my dad and my stepmother to let them know, that I have a package coming and just to leave it outside. And then I told my dad, please let me know when that smell is gone, and then I'll come back home. And so then what did I do? Oh, so I went through the medication that they gave me. There were 3 prescriptions in there, not 2. And one was for like a seizure medication. So I went back to the window and I was like, I don't think this is for me. I'm only supposed to get 2 prescriptions. This is the 3rd one for seizures. Like, is this something that accompanies that I need to know about for the EpiPen or what? I don't know. And he was just like, Let me check. So he checked and he's like, yeah, this isn't on there. So like, this must have been done in an accident. What is happening today? Yeah, super crazy. So then, yeah, I think I need to go to the bathroom. Oh, we'll do a part two to this. Sorry, or part three or whatever.